Cheating in life is a waste of time because everything in life is made up of building blocks. And so when you do something the right way, you're doing it based on this set of building blocks, which is like persistence, doing it the honest, hard way, not cutting corners, you're not cheating or taking shortcuts. And then when you cheat, you're doing it a different way. You're using tricks and things that are not made up of the real thing that is the final quality of doing it right. And then the end signature of each one is going to have its own unique energy signature. And since everything's made up of energy, each one's going to have its own unique energy signature. So if you're doing it the right way, you're going to have a certain energy signature. If you're cheating, it's going to have a different energy signature. And then the cheating's never going to match. It's never going to be a direct match to the ideal version. And in life, there is an ideal for everything. There's an ideal way to get fit. There's an ideal way to do a job right a certain way. There's an ideal way to, have intelligence or a certain way to have an argument or, there's an ideal way to do everything in life. And when you cheat, you're building up, you're working on different building blocks than the real thing. And you can never have the same outcome. And it'll always be a cheap imitation of the real thing. So it's always best to do things the right way because doing it the right way is the only way. And there's an ideal in life. And if you don't match that ideal, then you're only going to be a match to falsehood and fakery and cheap stuff. And you can't ever get nothing good out of that. So it's always best to do it the ideal way and never cheat.